What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully you're having a very strong Wednesday, and I'm ready to jump into it. We have 9 NBA games on the slate tonight, 5 NHL games, and some college basketball as well. So as we're kind of heading towards conference championship week for college football, we are going to probably take maybe a little peek at some of those games over there as well. But we have a lot to jump into with the NBA, and we've been really cooking on the NBA. So we're going to start off with DFS. We're going to look at PrizePicks, Underdog, Better, Dabble, DraftKings Pick 6. And Parlay Play. I aim to try to create a slip on every one of these platforms and share the link with you guys so that you can copy it. And then usually it's like one slip a platform. Try to move on to something else, because I want to try to keep it fresh for everyone out there that's, looking to grab some slips. Rick, what's going on, my man? Hopefully you're having yourself a really good Wednesday. So we have the Sharp Money Tool teed up. Ron, bonjour. Dr. Slips, what's going on? Irish, what's going on? Que pasa? So let me just click refresh. Let's see what we have going on. And again, guys, OGs and DGents know this. We don't know where the value is any day popping up. So we don't really know which way we're going to kind of start the stream off. Arturo, how are you? So let's look at Better. Okay, we got, looks like 3 opportunities here with Better. Also on Better, we have an Anthony Davis discount. So we're definitely going to take the Anthony Davis discount. Somebody wants Harrison Barnes under on his points for $1,500. This is a really good price to Pinnacle. And it's pretty good. And it's even better to FanDuel. So I'm going to take the AD over on his points and rebounds. And then we are going to go ahead and grab Harrison Barnes. Grab is under 12.5 points. Okay. We can pair this with either Kawhi on his under or Şengün on his over. And so really what I'm looking for is the liquidity is pretty much the same here, guys. It's a little bit below my threshold, but I'm looking at the sharp sports books like a Circa, FanDuel, Pinnacle, Bookmaker. I want to see what their odds are. Okay, Kawhi's all right. It's not bad. Şengün, it's pretty much the same. So I'm going to go with, I'll take Şengün over on his points. What do we got here with Bookmaker? I'm going to go with this one because we have Circa and Bookmaker and Pinnacle all kind of aligned. I know FanDuel's a little bit out here, but we're going to go with the Şengün over. Feel free, though, if you want to take Kawhi instead. Over on points. This is a perfect play, guys. $10 max entry on all these discounts. I play these discounts every day on Better. They're really solid. There we go. All right, let me share this link with you guys. Speaking of cooking, guys. Trent, what's going on, man? Appreciate that, Asher. We have been cooking on Dub Club. I know it sounds like, I feel like I just sound like every Dub Club capper, but it's been going really well. We made a unit and a half yesterday. We are up 7.5 units over the last 10 days, right? And so things have been going very well over at Dub Club. We've, to start the week, we are up over 2 units in the last 2 days, which is really, really nice. Again, for any of you guys that want to check out Dub Club, sign up for a 1-month or 3-month package. You're going to receive 3 days for free. So there's the link right there to do so. Let's refresh this page. And let me just click off of Better so that we can look at some other things outside of Better. All right, so we only have 2 other plays in the Sharp Money Tool that's really one play that's worth a damn, which is Chris Dunn under 15.5 points, rebounds, and assists, which is at minus 122, which is a good price to Pinnacle, very good price to FanDuel. So for my Dabble users, I like the Chris Dunn under. If we go over to the optimizer and I come over to Dabble, to just finish off this Dabble slip. Chris Dunn under on his points, rebounds, and assists. Appreciate Randall letting me know about Cyber Monday. I'm going to kind of just click off this. It's a little pet peeve of mine, guys. I got to get rid of the messaging. Drives me nuts. Bruce Brown, yeah, not really. Okay, we talked about the Chris Dunn play. Not very good if this is the true accurate Pinnacle pricing, but I'm still okay with it. Ryan Rollins under 16 points is fine. This is fine, guys. It's very good to FanDuel. It'll be okay to Pinnacle. So take the under on Chris Dunn's PRA. Take the under on Ryan Rollins on his points. So we'll just kind of select these for my Dabble people that are looking to Looking to grab this slip. Okay. And then what else? It's one of them days. And we got 9 NBA games today. Like yesterday was one of the rare days. It was just tough out in the streets finding a play. Yeah, Dr. Slips, I still do the scheduled calls. If the person on here that's watching, I did miss their scheduled call earlier today. We have it rescheduled. But yeah, I still do scheduled calls and coaching. So here it is if you want to check this out here. Saints fan, what's going on, man? Nice, Irish. Nice to hear that, man. Appreciate that, Luis. Yeah, I'm 37, man. For that Spotify rap that came out today. And apparently I have the listening age of a 20-year-old, which is all right by me. That's okay by me. Yeah, I don't have, I really feel bad for my Dabble people. I don't have anything else at the moment. This Bruce Brown play is good to Pinnacle. Well, I can't even say it's good. Yeah, it's good to Pinnacle. I don't know how good it is to FanDuel. If you want to take Bruce Brown under PRA, okay. I don't love it, but I understand we don't want to waste some of these plays. So all unders here. Rollins under on points at 16. Chris Dunn under PRA, and then Bruce Brown. Let's take a look at PrizePicks and see what we got. Again, guys, what you're going to find on this stream is I normally like to rock 3-man entries. We did have a modified. We cashed our 3-man entry I shared on X yesterday. It was a modified because we had one of the esports guys, he didn't play. So we go 2 for 2. Our $25 turns into $50 profit, which is really nice. Let's take a look here and see what we have. If Okonkwo, yeah, I like this Okonkwo play. So this will probably get bumped, but I'll try to race over here and grab it. Yeah, it's already bumped to 8.5. So that was fun. So this Okonkwo play is gone. Klingen's very good to FanDuel, but not great. Shout out Klingen, my boy. Oh, yesterday. What a cash on him. The over 9.5. He ends up getting 11. So that was a nuke of a play. I bet as much as Onyx was going to let me bet on that one. That was fantastic. Hopefully you guys were able to catch that play on Onyx or DraftKings. You could have bet either one. Yeah, this is, I don't know if I'm hoping this isn't going to be a recurring theme this time of day. Normally we're able to find some plays. There's a lot of games out there today. We have to come back to PrizePicks. There just isn't much. If I look at the flip plays for a minute, we'll see what we have. Appreciate that, Irish. Luis got the listening age of a 79-year-old. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing really wrong with whatever age is being recommended to you guys in terms of your listening age, but just found it interesting for myself. This Karis LeVert play for my flip people, I don't like this. It's good to Pinnacle. It's not good to FanDuel. I would just go bet this on FanDuel instead if you have it. But probably if you're living in a state where flips available, you might not have FanDuel available to you. Don't really like much over here. Let's look at Underdog. Underdog 3 picks, no insurance. Let's go 3 minimum data points. So we want at least 3 other sports books odds popping up here when we're making our decisions. And this is, all right, I can get down with maybe AD's under on his points and rebounds, but this is only, not really, I can't. It's only 4 cents off. This is really disheartening the last 2 days. I'm sounding like a broken record, but I'm just really surprised. I would expect to see this on a day where there's 3 or 4 NBA games, not where there's 9. There's so many games going on tonight, and there's nothing. DraftKings pick 6. 3-mans. Kamara, this is plus odds on FanDuel. I don't want to bet this on if I can. The 21.5. It looks good to Pinnacle, but I don't like that at all. Kevin Porter is fine, but I have to. I think I got to log in over here on DraftKings, so I'm good with the Kevin Porter over on his PRA. But again, I have to find 3 plays, which seems to be a challenge. Do I got to flash this on with the Wi-Fi? All right. Yeah, this is tough. I don't have much here, guys. This is very disappointing. Again, if you don't believe that FanDuel's that sharp of a sports book for NBA player props, by all means, bet the Kamara play, bet the Kevin Porter Jr. play. I think that FanDuel at this time of day, combined with Pinnacles, can be fairly sharp. I still go and attack FanDuel at times. You'll see this later in the stream where I'll bet them, but they're just, I like to see them both aligned on their pricing, and then we go pick an outlier, and I don't really see that. So let's refresh the sharp money tool for a second. Yeah, not much. Appreciate you sharing that. That's my channel for sure. What's up, Anton? Hedgie, nice to hear that, man. What's going on? On the target stuff, yeah, I mean, I would definitely go back and watch the live stream yesterday, and you don't have to watch it all. Just go to the live stream and fast forward. I shared it. I tweeted it out, and the link that I tweeted out was literally the exact link. What you want to see when you're targeting plays is what we targeted on the cling and play. The cling and play was the best example that if I see that, it's an absolute smash for me every single time when it comes to that play. Where Pinnacle was moving a ton, and we made the bet on Klingen, and we got a great price. And then as soon as we bet it, like the price moved on FanDuel in our favor by like 8 to 10 cents. It was really, really good. So again, guys, it's probably my best tip that I can give you. Whenever you have free time, go onto my YouTube channel, go over to the live stream section on live, click on one of the videos, and fast forward, especially the evening videos, fast forward to where I'm on the positive EV tool and I have the play pulled up and the charts pulled up. That's when you're going to really be able to get inside my brain for free and figure out what I like to see. That's the best way that when you have spare time, you're taking a shit on the toilet, don't watch TikTok. Go watch one of my live streams and fast forward to the positive EV tool and watch what I specifically look for. Because I've had immense success betting on FanDuel for the past 3 months. Hockey and basketball especially. And we're going to go through some other opportunities today. Chikrin on his shots on goal. So this is one of those sharp money tool plays where this play, in terms of the odds that we are receiving, isn't exactly sharp. It's not like it's a top-down sports betting play where like, man, we're getting this incredible price. It's not that at all. But somebody wants to bet $4,400 on Jacob Chikrin, defenseman for the Capitals, his over shots on goal, over 2.5. So you can bet this. So this tells me that the person that put up on ProfitX, the $4,400, they have some type of model that they bet NHL props on, right? And they're trying to give you a fairly competitive price because they won it at minus 186. So they're offering plus 186 odds. You can see that no other sportsbook is offering plus 186 odds on his under. And that's what's being offered right here. So back in the day, I would be like, dude, this is a nuke on ProfitX. But now that I can see that Pinnacle's taking $250 on this play, but somebody has $4,400, I want to be on the side of the dude that has, I don't know what that is. 250 divided by 4,400s, I don't know, at least like 5x, if not more. So I want to go bet this, and you can go get this over at DraftKings, the Canby Sportsbook, the Score. That's where I would go grab this at right now. So speaking of DraftKings, let me see if I can get this. I got to recheck my location. This is a juicy play. For some of you out there, me personally, sometimes I hate betting the minus 182s because they're the plays in my mind that should win. And when they don't win, you know, I want to like I want to go full Andy Bernard and like put a hole in a wall, basically, for any of my, that's an Office reference. But that's basically what I want to do. So, but you know, and that's a lot of confidence in one particular bettor. This is a later game in San Jose, but we're going to go to shots on goal. I'm going to go bet this on DraftKings because I have DraftKings currently teed up. Make sure, though, guys, when you go over to DraftKings and bet the player shots on goal, make sure you go to the over-under section. Don't bet the 3+. Don't do that. It's a worse price. Actually, it just moved to minus 198. So that kind of stinks. I was a little slow on it. But I could still get this over at Hard Rock, BetMGM, Bally Bet, so I'll go grab that at Hard Rock. Outside of that, let's look at Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris, somebody has $3,000, and they want you to bet his over 1.5 3-pointers. We can bet this and get his under 1.5 3-pointers. Somebody wants this at minus 125 odds. Kind of a little bit of a tougher play here to get. This is really a Hard Rock Sports Zeno play only, which kind of stinks. Let's take a look at Russ. Somebody's got $2,700. They want this at minus 110. Again, you could get this at a Canby Sportsbook. You can get this on Props Builder. Props Builder, there's like 10 sports books, if not more, that are offshore that offer Props Builder. I like that a lot. Let me catch up to everyone on here in the chat. Rick, what if we do a FanDuel parlay against Pinnacle? I don't mind that at all. Rick, I've done that a lot in my time, so I don't mind that at all for you trying that out. Brian, I don't really have many sharp money settings. It's just $250. I have the NFL. I have player props selected for the NBA and NHL. That's it. That's it, man. Pretty simple. I try my whole thing with sports betting is to keep things very, very simple. So I'm going to go over here and bet this Chikrin play, hoping that it's still out there. I'm going to move to minus 190, which, yeah, that's fine. It's still within the range. That's fine. I'm going to go 200 on that. All right. So we're in on this one. Cool, cool, cool. And what's going on, Garrett? How are you, man? Ken, Billy, I need another Klingon play. I have $58 free bet on DraftKings. On DK, all right, we can find that for you. No problem at all, Ken. We'll definitely look for that for you. SEC, would you call yourself an AZ sports fan at all, Billy? I would say the one team that I definitely would say I pull for a little bit is maybe Arizona State for like college football. I'm a Pittsburgh guy through and through. I like to see Pitt do well. The college that I went to was a small Division II school outside of Pittsburgh, so I don't really have a D1 school. I like Pitt basketball a lot. I'm a big Pitt college basketball, but they've been irrelevant for a long time. But if Pitt hoops, like a few years ago when they made a run, a little bit of a run in the tournament, they made it to the round of 32. They were in that like last four. They won a couple in a row. That was exciting. But for football, I'd say ASU. Don't really care too much about U of A or NAU. I would say Grand Canyon because they got a good college basketball team. Like I'm not like watching and living and dying by every second when they're playing, but they have a really good team. They're kind of a pretty good program for college hoops out here. So I like to see Grand Canyon do well, but I don't have any hard allegiance at all. It did break my heart to see the Coyotes leave town. This play on the Mavericks because they were just, their owner was so shitty. And I've been to the hockey arena before to watch the Penguins play there, and it's a nice arena. It's a shame that it was so far away from out of town, out of downtown Phoenix or Scottsdale, and it was out in Glendale. So the Mavs play here, guys. It's not enough. It's Pinnacle's taking $7,500. Dosamu, however you say this dude's name, this is definitely something that you could cook up over here. Somebody wants this at minus 134. So this is a Canby Sportsbook play, guys. It's a little bit of a reach going out to FanDuel. That's 8 cents. That's basically at my tippy top limit. I would also grab this on DraftKings and Onyx. It's a little further out. So I'd go FanDuel on this play or don't play it at all, but it's over 1.5 player made threes. The over on the score here in this Heat Mavs game, again, there's not really, there's 39 and you add it's not enough money at the moment for me. Not enough. Let's go over to the arbitrage tool. I will be coming out with a video, guys. Probably it's an arbitrage related video. It's not the normal arbitrage video that you're used to. It's going to be one of those me giving a real honest, hard look take at arbitrage betting because the landscape has definitely changed since I started sports betting 4 years ago. It's definitely changed. So speaking of Klingon, Ken, I don't imagine that you have a Sports Zeno account, but if you do, okay. But we'll look, Ken, for definitely some DraftKings plays to see what we have. If you have Profit X, Ken, maybe put this on Shaden Sharp. Shaden Sharp over 4.5 rebounds. This is plus 167. In general, Yeah, I don't know if this is like an awesome play, but I would check that out. Chris, you can ask yourself for as low as $1.99 a month, my friend. You can get all the underdog slips you want. But appreciate you asking, man. And I appreciate you hanging in here, man. Yeah, Figman, I appreciate you mentioning. Yeah, we looked at it a little bit. Like if we come back over here to PrizePicks, like because I was really hoping to get something for PrizePicks or Dabble, and it's just like appreciate that, Matt. Very kind of you, man. It just wasn't. There's just not much, and I'm really disappointed. I was expecting to like load up on DFS today, and there just isn't much. I would say Peyton Watson. Right, I like Peyton Watson. I like this play. I know this is not underdog, but it's PrizePicks, which a lot of people are interested in PrizePicks. Yeah, this already bumped to 20.5, so good luck. See you later. Yeah, this is just like so bad. So bad. I don't like someone mentioned earlier, it's been 3 days with this. Yeah, clinging. No, not compared to FanDuel. And if I want to look at just like NBA plays today. For those of you guys with esports, just so you guys know, like December is typically a pretty quiet month for esports. Things really ramp up in January. So there's a little bit going on with esports, but there's not much. Not much at all for the month of December. Bruce Brown, no. These all suck. Oh, man. Maybe this Denny Avila play. Okay, Denny Avila, all right. But again, like I'm just like I'm clawing through just to find something. One other thing that I want to mention, guys, and I know we're going in some different directions. I can't really find much, though. I just can't. One other thing I want to mention, guys. I mentioned Dub Club earlier. We've been really cooking, making 7.5 units in the last 10 days. For any of my current Dub Club users, or for any of you that aren't on Dub Club or on the fence with me, okay, this is something I don't think any other tout does, right? But when you pay for picks, guys, I literally track every single play on Dub Club. I have a pivot table that tracks we're cooking on the NBA up 27.5 units. We're getting, I don't bet NHL main totals anymore. I have a pivot table that tracks all these. I share these in my recaps. If you want this, just DM me. I will send you a link. I don't know how many people that actually that sell picks actually try to show transparency. I don't mean to be sarcastic, but when back in the day, 5, 6 years ago, when I paid for picks, I didn't receive this at all. I track every single play since day one, right? We're up 4.5 units. That's not super impressive, but every play's tracked on here, guys. So everything is completely transparent with Dub Club with me. There is no BS. I bet what I give out. I try to bet over 90% of the plays I give out. Some of the Canby books I'm limited on. I can't bet as much, but every play's tracked here, right? I am all about transparency, and what you're paying for is transparency. You see if I suck ass in a certain market, and you see if I kick ass in a certain market. That's what it's all about here. So, the link's in the chat here, guys. If you want to try Dub Club, everything's transparent. There's no BS. There's no hiding behind anything. That's kind of my thing, is I like to be very open and transparent. Okay, Nico Hischier, anytime goal scorers. Obviously, this is a market that it's been just unreal. I'm still dreaming. This is really only a circa play. Anything above plus 179 would be okay, right? But we want it to be like a plus 183, a plus 185. So if you have circa, guys, I like this. I would not bet this anywhere else. Now, if you want to try over on NoVig to like create this play and try to offer this market up and get a similar price to this, I'm game with that. You could see, so what I mean by that on NoVig, guys, you can see that this is EV at plus 185 odds. So obviously, if you want to play at plus 185 odds on NoVig, you have to offer the opposite, which is minus 185. And right here, you can see that the best price is minus 208. And so this would be an opportunity where maybe you go and try to bet this at plus 195, offer the under at minus 195, and you're offering the best under in the market that pops up on OddsJam. So, and if you're getting this at plus 195 odds, you're receiving an incredible price, a 6% EV edge play. So these are little things, guys. If you're watching the stream, you're like, dude, I can't bet Circa. Well, dude, if you have an exchange, you can at least throw one out there and maybe it gets filled. You never know. But the idea is that you want to be offering the best price here on the under. And you have some wiggle room right now to do so because the best price is minus 208. So go try to bet this at plus 207. Maybe get this at minus 207 or put this up at plus 200 and give this at minus 200. Little things like that, guys, is going to be able to maybe give you some more betting opportunities with the exchanges. So not much there, guys, unfortunately, with NHL goal scorers. Ken, appreciate that, man. Yeah, we did hit on Connor Bedard. We didn't hit, and if you guys would have bet this, I didn't bet it, but last night we gave out 4 NHL goal scorer plays at the end. We bet on Zach Hyman, Ovi, Connor Bedard, cha-ching, and Lucas Raymond, cha-ching. And guys, if you're going 2 wins, 2 losses, betting roughly somewhere between plus 150 to plus 230 odds, and you win half your bets, you're making a ton of money. So it worked out really well. I understand not everyone in the stream can get FanDuel, but we try to give out the more popular books so that everyone can grab it. All right, let's look at some NBA player props. Using Pinnacle. I might have created something today that just kind of makes life a little bit easier for me. Giannis under on his assists. This is an ARB to Pinnacle. This is a pretty crazy ARB, by the way. But who's moving? So here's my problem with this play. This is an ARB to penny, guys. If you want to throw something out there on FanDuel, I'm totally cool with it. I'm limited on FanDuel. I'm probably still going to bet this. I don't like the line movement from this play. I don't like that Pinnacle had similar odds to Hard Rock there, and Hard Rock just moved. But even if Pinnacle adjusted their odds and brought this up to like a minus 125 or minus 130, this is still an ARB to FanDuel. So in my opinion, this is just a play that you always want to go after. Anything that's an ARB to Pinnacle, more times than not, is just a really good decision to make. So this play could lose, right? You could see it drop to plus 136. I'm going to rush over here now and try to bet as much as FanDuel's going to let me wager on this play, which might not be too much. Yeah, you could definitely do that, Luis. No doubt about that, man. Where's the Bucks game? Did I already pass it up? There it is, right here. All right, so we're looking for the player assist. This is going to be an alternate, guys. What's my max wager? $91. All right, FanDuel. Appreciate that. And we grab this under on Giannis. It's an ARB to penny. It's really, really good. FanDuel maybe knows. Maybe FanDuel has the inside scoop on this play. But they just dropped to what? Plus 134 it shows on here. It still says 136 on my screen. But that's fine. I can only get $191 because FanDuel doesn't want me to place any more bets over there. Parlay play, this looks good. Hey, Ken, if you wanted to rock a 2-leg parlay, Ken, traditional parlay with your bonus bet, take Reed Shepherd over on his player-made threes, Vooch over 19.5 points. This is an ARB to Pinnacle for Reed Shepherd. And for Vooch, this is an ARB to Pinnacle. So this is what I would do, man. Plus 115, plus 123, nothing too crazy. I'm kind of speaking to Ken only, but again, because he's a premium member and he asked me a question earlier, try to make sure I take care of it. Your $58 free bet, Ken, Reed Shepherd over on threes, Vooch over on points. Both are ARBs to Pinnacle. And again, guys, if you just want to play these straight up over on DraftKings, go ahead and do that. I'm going to go over here to Onyx and try to get down quite a bit on the Vooch play since you can see it's kind of a DraftKings Onyx. Onyx, guys, is a book that I bet a lot on for pregame. I can't say I really ever use them for live. And so the main line here is 18.5. We're going to go on this over 19.5. Their odds GM's telling me to bet like $580. Again, guys, I just don't tell you what to bet. I bet it myself. I don't really have the balls to bet $580, just being honest with you guys. I can bet 224.21. Okay, so we'll just bet 224. That's the max they'll let me bet, and we're in. So they'll let me basically get a total payout of $500. That's how it works with Onyx. So I kind of know that moving forward. The max payout's $500. So this is an ARB to Pinnacle. I get this over there, and I'm very happy. I bet the most that they'll let me bet. Ken, I would highly recommend you move money over to FanDuel, even if it's only for goal scorers. That is 95, probably I'd say as of today, right now, my NHL goal scoring action, 95% of my bets, if not more, are on FanDuel just for NHL goal scorers. You know, I got you guys can hit this up on MGM. I ended up getting limited on MGM. Can be every now and then, like a Bet Rivers will offer some value, but yeah, no doubt about that. All right, let's refresh the page here and see what we have. Love hitting that up on Onyx. Appreciate that, Onyx. That was great. And then let's see what we got here. Yeah, and it just moved to plus 102. I don't know if they have something on me, guys. This Vooch play went from plus 123 to plus 102 on Onyx. At least that's what I'm looking at right now. I don't know if they have something on my specific account like Alex does, like, you know, where it moves, but okay. Giddy on rebounds, I would probably say that this is a stale line. On this specific play, guys, with Giddy, normally whatever you see here, if it's just Onyx's logo, it's not real. If you see this combination with DraftKings and Onyx, it's a real play. But this means whenever DraftKings moves, because Onyx is kind of, they were on FanDuel for a couple days. They moved back to this. Yeah, it's at minus 105. Excuse me. So this will just, we can hide this play. All right. On the same thing with, so when you see Onyx only, guys, don't bet it. It's probably a stale play. For my ProfitX users here with Bobby Portis, it's $47. No need to really go too deep in the weeds here. I'd grab that. This is no vig and bookmaker. Looks like it's now just no vig, but this looks very good on Advita. No other sportsbooks offering plus odds this high. You could bet this on bookmaker or FanDuel if you wanted to at 108. But again, this is below 3%, guys. And on a day like today where there's so many bets going on, there's so many games going on in the NBA, I would really just stick to like 3% edges or higher. That's where I would stay with this. Şengün to not get a double-double. This is an arb to pinnacle. It's really, really good. Matty, what's going on? We got a couple Matts in here, which I appreciate that, man. Yeah, man, let's get the money today. No doubt about that. Got to get the money. So this is a play on Şengün, guys. For those of you that have, obviously, the old ESPN bet that's now the score, you could go check that out. Kuzma under on points. On FanDuel, again, I like to see who's moving. This is not typically movement that I like to see from the book that I'm looking to place the bet. It was better over here. It's not an arb to pinnacle, so that kind of checks off a box like, all right, I don't have to bet this. And then pinnacle doesn't have a lot of history, and they're moving in the wrong direction, albeit a small movement. I'm just not going to mess around with the Kuzma play. EV, appreciate that, man. Evie, I appreciate that, man. So the scoop on Bet365, it's pretty much the same. I have the same answer as I did a while back, which is, to my knowledge, I don't think any software, and guys, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong or if you've seen this otherwise. I haven't seen any software, not named OddsJam, that is offering Bet365 odds. And so my understanding is it's a Bet365 thing. I don't know how easy it is. I would say that it's not just like the IT team at OddsJam isn't able to scrape Bet365's odds. It's a conversation that needs to be had with the suits. The suits need to sit down and have a conversation about how to get them back on, because I don't really know. Appreciate you asking, man. But yeah, it's one of those things that, and I really appreciate the tip. Very kind of you. But yeah, I haven't seen that at all from anybody else. So it's not just an OddsJam thing. It's a Bet365 thing with all softwares. And guys, feel free, for any of you, I know that everyone out here is dying. I'm dying for Bet365. If you know of a spot, right, check them out. Or if you guys have a Bet365 account, and this is a lot of work, but what I would do is I would just come over here and check Bet365's odds compared to some of these NBA props. You can have a great time betting on Bet365 on NBA props. Check out some of these EV plays and see if you're getting the same price, if not better, on 365 and cook up some different plays there. That would be something else that you can kind of take a look at. So let me do a refresh here for a second. I could use the pause play button, guys, but then when I have to add these plays in, I'm just not a big fan of it. This Reed Shepherd play is too good for me not to grab. Over on his threes, and I love betting the over, especially on Reed. Like, this dude jacks up threes like it's literally his job, which it kind of is. So Kings and the Rockets. For all my Dub Club people, plays are already out, so go grab it. Yeah, this is 3+, which we love to see. Let me take a look at this movement really quick. You can get this at FanDuel too. All right, honestly, I don't love to see that bookmaker moved up, in that there was a little movement here from DraftKings. You can bet this at +100 odds over on FanDuel, guys. It's still over 3.5% edge, so I like that. We're going to still go conservative. With player props, I still take this somewhat conservatively. See if they'll let me bet $200. I don't know if they will. Yeah, they will. That's great. All right, so we're in for 200. With player props, guys, when I look at the recommended bet size, a couple of things here. Being very honest, based on my bankroll, I don't have the balls to put down a $700 bet yet on a player prop. I'm just not there. But this Zubox play, whoa. What happened, though? Why is DraftKings and FanDuel moving together? I don't know what's up with this. This just all automatically flashed. Don't like to see that. I don't like to see that movement. I mean, this is an arb to pinnacle, guys, on both books. It's almost too good to be true. I just don't know how I feel about it. To be, it's like I said, you should just bet the arbs every time. This is on his player rebounds. This is points, rebounds, and assists. Let me take a look at Underdog NBA. Do we receive like any new news right now? Clippers, Hawks. Not really. Not really. I'm still going to try to bet this over here on FanDuel because it's just like too good to pass up. 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists. We can go for rebounds on Zubox for him to get 14. This is now to 172, guys, so it's moving in the right direction for us. I can only bet 109, so I'm going to go bet this at plus 172 odds and get this here at FanDuel. So, in on the Zubox play. I don't know how good it is. It's an arb to penny, but I'm just not quite sure. No doubt about that. Can you see if a play is an arb to pinnacle, Patrick? We are looking at one right now, my friend. The Zubox play is an arb to pinnacle. Karis LeVert. This is a low hold to pinnacle now. We're getting some really, really high EV plays. Pinnacle just jumped up in price to, was it plus 112? So, yeah, we want the under on the PRA for LeVert on this Pistons game. Yeah, FanDuel just pulled it down. I was a little too slow to move it there, but that was a really good play. That was really good. This is probably not a real play over here on Onyx, so just ignore that one. Let's take a look at Russ. Russ, this is an arb to pinnacle. Russ, under on his assists. Pretty much all arbs to pinnacle guys are pretty much goes. So under 6.5 assists for Russ. This is maybe minus 104. Let me double check. Nope, it's minus 102, guys. Don't go to his alt assist. Just go to the regular assist line. I can only bet $89, but we'll bet $89. All right. We're in on here for $89, guys, for my max that I can bet on FanDuel. I could go back to the well and bet this again at minus 104. Minus 104 would still make this actually very good, and it would still make it an arb to pinnacle. So what I mean by that is like I just bet Westbrook here on his player assists. If I come down to his alt assists, you can see it's at minus 104, but typically I can bet $260. You can see on certain different markets, guys, you can bet more. I don't know if I'll go that high because I'm in for 189, but I'll go in for another $100. So I'll go in for a total of 189. So we get that at minus 104 and literally just moved to minus 114. Like literally just moved. I apologize you guys couldn't get that at that price. Literally, that's, again, another confirmation, like yesterday when we bet Klingon, that we go bet a play on FanDuel, and then immediately we receive roughly 10 to 12 cents of closing line value, meaning the price that we got it at, it's now up here, which is fantastic. So let me make sure I got this at that price. Yeah, we get it at minus 104, and I got it at minus 102. There we go. And guys, because I'm limited on FanDuel 10% limits, I have no fear in terms of firing off sharp bets to them because they're not going to really limit me anymore. This is pretty much the end of the road, which is the best thing about FanDuel. So get this at minus 104 for another $100. And one day I'll have the cojones to finally like rip some bigger ones. Well, yeah, Figment, in terms of an ARB to Pinnacle, it's if you can you day trade the books, right? This is this is not a real play, so you can't bet this play. But as an example, the over is plus 280. The under to Pinnacle is minus 140. You could literally arbitrage these two plays against each other. Obviously you can't, well, at least I can't because I'm in the United States, so I can't actually bet this on Pinnacle. And this is a fake line, guys. Don't bet this on Onyx. But for an example purpose, like this is an ARB. When the plus odds number on the over is larger than the minus odds number on the under, that's an arbitrage play. That's a crossed market, as Alex likes to say. One of the sports books is wrong. And you always want to bet the recreational book when it's a crossed market. It does not mean that every single ARB to Pinnacle is going to win, guys. But it's all about putting yourself in the best position possible at the time that you're making your decision. That's all you can do with sports betting. That's all you can do when you're playing poker or blackjack, whatever the game is that you have an edge on. You're just trying to make the best decision at that time, knowing that you have an edge. It might not always come out that way for you. The coin might not always flip our way, but over the course of the long run, it will turn out to be a profitable play for us. So that's how it goes. Same here. Even though maybe they moved to plus 119, the plus 119 is above minus 115. So this is an ARB to Pinnacle over on DraftKings. Probably the same on Onyx. Let me go see on Onyx because they normally just copy DraftKings odds, and I have more money in on Onyx. And I don't mind if I get my account nuked on Onyx. I try to finesse it a little bit more on there. Yeah, so we got the over 3.5. This is an incredible play. I'm going to try to bet 225 right now on this. See what happens. Yeah, we get it. So we get the Okonkwo over 3.5 assists, Clippers, Hawks. I know they'll let me make basically up to $500, so I just bet 225, right? And we grab that right now. And this is at Onyx for plus 119 odds. Again, it's ARBs to Pinnacle. And on a night like tonight, guys, like those are the elite plays that you want to go after. You want to go after plays that just are ARBs to Penny, and those are going to really work out for you. Funny enough, the Okonkwo play just moved to plus 127. So I don't know what's going on here with Onyx, but that's a pretty crazy play. And now this Vooch play, what do we bet this at? We bet this at, plus 123. Yeah, it's now down to plus 117. So we got good closing line value on that play. Yeah, John, I would still bet that. I'm still more than happy to bet that play over there when it comes to that. Okay, what else do we got? Cade Cunningham under assist. AJ Green under on threes. This is an ARB to Pinnacle when the over's plus odds and the under's plus odds, guys. That's, again, another ARB. We're just seeing so many ARBs out there. And I understand, from the Sharp Money tool, we talk a lot about liquidity and confidence in certain plays. On this AJ Green play, you can see 4CX, ProfitX, and NoVig. There isn't any kind of crazy liquidity out here. And I know that Pinnacle's only taken $250. The reason that I have such confidence to fire off these bets on these rec books is because I've been using this software for 4 years. So I have placed thousands of NBA player prop bets. And so I have a lot of historical data, and I always go back and like to review my historical data from time to time, typically every month or 2 months, and normally on a weekend. And that's when I can kind of see like, wow, these are like working out really well for you. You should do this. But in general, any kind of arbitrage to a sharp book, a bookmaker, an ARB, you're going to have a great time. Cade Cunningham, This is not an ARB to Pinnacle, right? The minus odds number is larger than the plus odds number, so this isn't an ARB. So we want to look at some line movement here. And this line movement I don't particularly like to see. So I'm just going to stay away from this. Don't want to. There's plenty of other plays out there that I can try to dissect that are going to give me a better read. Don't need to go after it here. Bam on his player-made threes. This is an ARB over a Profit X, guys, so an even better play on Profit X. On FanDuel, this is what I want to see. I want to see this kind of line movement. I want to see Pinnacle, the purple line, within the last 40 minutes or so, go from plus 115 down to plus 108. Small movement, but I like that. So I'm going to go over to FanDuel, and I'm going to bet Bam over on his threes. If you have a Profit X, go bet it over there. It's an even better price. If you don't have FanDuel, but you have an exchange, go create this play where you can get yourself roughly plus 140 to plus 150 odds. Offer the under, maybe go to plus 140. So you offer the minus 140 on the under. That would be really, really good. Where's the Heat game at? There it is. They're taking on the Mavs. Player made threes. Make sure, though, guys, when you're looking at this play, Bam's plus 140 on his two made threes. All you want to do here is when you're looking at this, you see that Bam is at plus 140 here at 2 plus threes. If you go down here, though, he's at plus 140 on the over 1.5. You just want to check that. Normally, I should be able to wager a little bit more. What can I wager here? I can wager $223. See, these are little things that you can learn about sports books. Here I can wager $44, right? So guess what? I'm just going to go bet the 2 plus threes. And OddsJam's telling me to wager, I don't know. Did Pinnacle change their odds on this? Uh-oh. I don't like seeing that. Let me open up this play again because I was literally about to fire off on this play. I don't know what happened. So Pinnacle just pulled the odds from this play, which definitely makes me a little concerned. Bam just moved to plus 136. I'm honestly probably just going to chill on this one right now. I don't know what happened, but Pinnacle pulled it. So we'll move on from that and we'll just refresh the page. We will, here's another one that this is an ARB to Pinnacle for NCAA over on his threes. So this looks really good. Hawks and the Clippers. Again, it's a little bit of a longer shot play, guys. 4 plus threes. And they'll let me bet about $264, which is really, really good. All right, we get this for $200. And we're going off on some player props. These are obviously, I have a 46% chance of hitting this. We'll see what happens there. And then I'm basically going to be out of money. Let's go over and take a look at some college basketball plays, because we do have some college hoops in here tonight, and we want to take a look at that. College hoops, bookmaker, like that. Let's take a look at this. Let's look at main markets. If you guys are finding any of this information insightful and helpful, make sure to smash the subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. And obviously, if you have friends that like to bet and they're not really good at it, let them know about this. It's a lot of fun when you're making money sports betting, and you're just cashing left and right. It's a great time. It's literally my favorite thing in the world to do. And we want to try to help as many people as we possibly can band together and beat the crap out of the sports books. The sports books have created such an unfair playing field to all of us. And really the people in this chat understand that unfair edge. And so when we can flip that edge on the books and beat them, there's no better satisfying feeling. That Alexander Walker play just dropped to plus 140, only a 2-cent movement. But again, that's confirmation that we made a good decision based off of our betting activity. Columbia -3. All right, so Pinnacle's taking 3K on this. In general, guys, the sharp sports books take more money on spreads compared to totals. So this isn't just for college basketball, but this would be the same for the NFL or college football. You're going to see more money being taken from the books for spreads. So the more money that the books take, the more confidence that they have in a play. So if you're really looking to dial it in a bit more in college hoops, focus more on betting on the spreads, right? That's where I would probably start when I'm looking to kind of to zone in on the books. And by the way, that Okonkwo play now, looking at it now on Onyx, it moved to plus 105. So it was at plus 119, moved up to plus 127. It's now down to plus 105. Hopefully you guys were able to secure some of that. That's what we're looking to do. All right, so I'm just going to go over to Bookmaker because I want to see what their limits are. Pinnacle's $3,000. But we talk a lot about, in college sports, football and basketball, game day, that Bookmaker takes way more money typically than Pinnacle does. And there's no better reference point than actually on point spreads. So Columbia -3. Yeah, I mean, here's a great example. Pinnacle's taking $3,000 on this play, and Bookmaker on the same play, Columbia -3, is taking $11,300. That's what they're taking on this play, $11,300. So, yeah, that's way more money than what Pinnacle's taking. So if we're being recommended a play by Bookmaker for a spread, I have a lot of confidence in this. So go grab this at a Canby Sportsbook. This is not quite an ARB, but I still really like it. So I'm going to log in here on BetRivers. And this game starts in like 10 minutes, guys. So you're getting a great edge right before the game starts. Like, this is exactly what we're looking for. So I'm just coming over here, show more games. I could have went to the search bar, I guess. Damn. There it is, finally. You could probably bet the main line as well, guys, at -2 at -114, because -3 is at -115 on Bookmaker. So you could bet Columbia at -2 as well if you wanted to. And that's what I'm going to do at the moment. So I'm just going to go ahead. And this is something that's very similar, guys, because Bookmaker is at -139 on Columbia -2. So you can always do that as well. Little extra tip when it comes to betting college basketball spreads. And this is also the same with college football. Look at that. It just moved. It just moved, which is kind of hilarious. But we got this at -2 at a great price. You can see Bookmaker here sitting at like -141. I bet this at, can't remember. I bet this over at BetRivers at -114. And you can see the sharp books like Pinnacle and Bookmaker are dropping off a cliff here. So I bet this for 150 at -2. There we go. 49ers faithful, yeah, we'll take a look at it. Cam will look at PrizePicks. We looked at NHL goal scorers at the beginning of or earlier on the stream. There wasn't much. There's only 5 games going on tonight, and unfortunately with the NHL, that's not a ton. We saw Nico Hischier for Circa. Seems to be the same play that's been out there. So if you guys have Circa, bet this. I would not bet this anywhere else other than Circa. So just one play at the moment that meets my criteria to bet NHL goal scorers. And if you have Circa, hit it up. I would go 3/4 of a unit to 1 unit on the Hischier play if you have Circa. For PrizePicks in general, it's been really, really bad today for DFS. Like, there's just like, I don't know why there isn't, but there isn't much value out there. So this Okonkwo play, if this is real life, it's not, because they have it at 8.5. Even at 8.5, though, guys, because we saw it earlier at 9, or I saw it earlier at 8.5. And it's now, they already moved this to 9.5. So this isn't any good. That's old. This play on Benedict Mathurin and Tim Hardaway Jr., I hate playing combos. It's fine. It's okay. I'd rather play the Anthony Davis Bam under on rebounds, because FanDuel and Pinnacle are a little bit more aligned on that. Okay. What else? If this is really out there for Jalen Tyson on his points and assists, then I really like it. But I don't know if this is real or not. Dude, this is. This game starts in 5 minutes, by the way, so we got to find a third play and get this out to you guys. AJ Green, Cade Cunningham. I don't like that. Coop under on his rebounds. Okay, it's fine. I don't love it. And the Tyson play just bumped. Yeah, figured. Okay. Yeah, there's Kevin Durant under on his PRA. No, because it's -1. Yeah, there's not much, Cam. I'm sorry, man. It's kind of been like this for the last couple of days. It's not very good, and I'm not going to make a slip just to make a slip. I'm not trying to burn my money on fire, or set it on fire. So no, sorry, man. Not much there at the moment that I really agree with. So yeah, Maddie, basically tell them that they're just not that good. You're not that good at betting, guys, at all. All right, we'll clear this out. Going back over the optimizer because we'll look at underdog too as well. Pretty much Dr. Slips. I appreciate you asking, man, but any time's fine on the calendar. If it's open on the calendar, I'm good to hit it up. So go ahead and book it. If it doesn't work, I'll email you and we'll work with something else, but it should be fine. 3-man's over here on underdog. Yeah, Will, in general, man, all DFS today's been dog shit. So we're back on DFS. So we're going to be kind of wrapping up the stream here, guys, on DFS for the rest of the time. And so don't like Anthony Davis. Don't like the Vooch play. Don't like that. Don't like that. I'll just yell if I like something, guys. But right now, because I think FanDuel this time of day can be kind of sharp. I definitely do think they can. I know we found specific spots where they're not, but it's the hard part with the optimizer is you really just can't. And maybe we got to start using more of the EV tool, guys, for some of these, right? Going over here, clearing out everything, looking specifically at just player props, clearing this all out and saying, let's look at PrizePicks. But I want to look at this as like a pinnacle DVIG, right? And this might be how we do this moving forward because this is probably a bit better. But again, we're looking at fair value -119. So like I'm playing -122. These are all 3-pick slips. On a 5 or 6-pick entry, these are great. But I'm not looking to play 5 or 6-pick entries. So that's the problem. So if I come over here and look at the sports books and then come back down here and look at underdog, we'll just kind of go book by book. And I want to look at 3 picks. I got 1 result, right? And that's a very slim edge, which you could do worse. So if I look at, like, let's say pick 6, 3-pick entries, I got Harper. Okay, I got to play possibly here for pick 6. Possibly. I don't know if they're going to, I don't know how much I love taking 2 guys on the same teams under on points. McBride under on his 3s. Okay. We'll try this one out here, guys. All plays have some type of edge according to Pinnacle. Yeah, Trent, we just checked about 5 minutes ago, but I'm happy to check again for you. It's been the same play all day, just Nico Hischier. So if you have this on Circa, go bet it. If you don't, I wouldn't hit this up. So, all right, guys, that's where I'm going to call it a day today. Again, questions, email me, DM me. Appreciate all you guys hanging out. Great questions, great chatter in the chat. Yeah, it was a good day. A little disappointing on DFS, but really got some incredible player prop odds, some ARBs there to Pinnacle. So excited to see how that pans out. If nothing else, I will be on tomorrow morning. Promise you that. 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. We'll then be streaming again tomorrow evening for the Thursday night football game between the Lions and the Cowboys. There should be about 1 billion points scored in that game. But otherwise, guys, have a fantastic Wednesday evening, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Take care.